Yes, here we are, mga Komunizens, squad mates. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be back. It is Wednesday. It is 6:04 p.m. We are here for Kwentong Barber, and I'm Edward Barber, your host for today and for always. Today, can I just say really quick to get straight into it? My comment din dito from our very own guest today. But I've been chasing this interview, chasing this episode for literally weeks. Actually, since the week that we had Miss Regine Velasquez Alcacid on the show, I was already looking for this interview. And now, finally, eto na! We will have I think, one of the guys I've spent longest with in this industry. I've worked with him many, many times. In I Want ASAP, in a movie that you might know called Fantastica. But before we introduce the Labey himself, of course, proclaimed by Robbie Domingo. We want to invite all of you guys to send your comments. We have currently 876 viewers on Kumu. We want to invite all of you to keep on sending, of course, your virtual gifts, all of your comments, your questions. And actually, we have so many people here at the moment from Carla. Hello, Donnie and Edward. From Mr. Ba. Oh, I can't say that. I cannot say that on a live. Sabi niya, Donnie, notice me. But there's so much to look forward to today. And so we want to keep on inviting all of you to spend the episode with us. Of course, we want to invite all of you not just to check out this show, but another known show called Mix and Match. Of course, eto na ang show para sa mga single. If you're ready to mingle and you're looking for the one, this is the show just for all of you. To find the one for you, to find the love of your life, just create your 1-minute Kumu clips introducing yourself, telling us why you're single, which might be a question that's hard to answer. Describe your perfect match and why you think you're ready for love. So upload it on your Kumu account, and don't forget to use the hashtag mix and match. But with that being said, eto na mga Komunisens, to the 1,000 or 1.2 thousand people watching at the moment, let's not wait any longer. We have the Labey himself, one of my closest friends, one of the guys that I respect and love with all my heart, Donnie Pangilinan. Donnie, where you at, bro?
What's up,
What's
bro?
up, dude? Oh my gosh. Eto na. Finally, you're on the show. I've genuinely been looking forward to this so much. We've had
Wait,
the script ready for some. Oh, bakit?
before you talk, I have to say first, I am so proud of you, bro.
Ah,
Congratulations on your show. Seriously, like, wow, what a milestone. I know you love hosting, bro. I know you love doing this. And it is such an honor to be with you right now. So thanks for having me.
dude, it's such an honor for me as well to have you on the show because for all of the, I don't know who doesn't know, but for whoever might not know, Donnie and um, I think it's safe to say, Donnie, we started around the same time in the industry. Like, of course, you were
Mm-hmm.
exposed to it more, but we really started getting into work around the same time. Um, but we also started hosting an I Want ASAP together. We did Fantastica together. Pero Donnie, I have a problem with you, bro. Dati pa.
What's your
Medyo nainis
problem?
ako sa'yo. When I
Ano?
joined Mix, you were telling me, bro, join Mix. Tapos kasama mo si Inigo tsaka si Tors. You said, yeah, bro, just come on to Mix, man. It's gonna be fun. We're all gonna be together. Not the season, the batch that I came in, nawala kayong lahat. So, I was just there. I'm like, where's
You know
Donnie?
why? You know why? All of
Bakit?
us
Bakit?
talked it. We were all like, oh my gosh, guys, the one and only Edward Barber is coming. We have to give the
Wow.
spotlight only to him. So we all left. So here you are right
Wow.
now. But it's okay. It worked out pretty well. that
But
that mix, I
because of
missed
that,
you. I missed you.
yeah, yeah. There we miss you as well. Actually, I was talking to some of um our writers that are not just writers, our producers who are not
Uh-huh.
just producers, and we do miss you, bro. And of course, anytime you want to come back to I Want ASAP, pwede yun. Ikaw na ang papalit kay Darren. Ayaw na namin kay Darren.
Oy,
Yeah.
grabe ka naman kay Darren.
Hindi, kasi ilan months si Darren nasa Canada, and of
Oo
course
nga,
you're
ba't
here
ayaw
with
pa niya
us.
bumalik?
That's something that we should ask Darren because I know that there's some
Darren, ba't
stuff.
ayaw mo
There's
pang
some reasons
bumalik?
why. Huwag ka na bumalik. Si Donnie na lang magper-perform sa ASAP natin to. Yung mga sing and dance prods. Kaya na
Oo,
yan.
lahat bro. Ako
But,
sasalaw. Don't worry.
but dude, here we are now, and usually I would have loved like I think I can say this when the initial plans for Kwentong Barber came out. We of course we wanted to have it in person, face to
Yeah.
face, walang screens, walang ring lights, nothing like that.
Mhm.
And it's all a new setup. So for Don, I don't think I've ever asked you within the last year. Like, there's been so many adjustments. Like, you're taping your own show. He's into her now. I think you just finished. Am I right about that? You just finished, Donnie.
Our last cycle, but we have one more.
Okay, so you have one more, but
Yeah.
you've experienced the yung lock-in taping life. So how is it adjusting to this new environment? It's not always the most comfortable,
Mhm.
pero kumusta?
I think you'll hear this a lot, especially from people who are able to work at this time. That I'm just very grateful. I'm very blessed. A lot has happened, and people have lost jobs, businesses have closed, but thankfully,
Yeah,
thank God, I'm still working, doing what I love. And obviously, it's harder because the protocols are very strict, which is good.
very strict.
The safety protocols and everything like that. But at the same time, I kind of enjoy it a bit more, just because when I enter the lock-in, parang ang inisip ko lang, miss my character. It's
Yeah,
not it's not like, oh, okay, I have to host this tomorrow. Oh, okay, I have to record this tomorrow. Like, it's just focusing on the script and everything. And I think it's
yeah.
also a good way to get to know the cast and form a chemistry that will work both on screen and off screen. So it's different, but I am very blessed, and I'm sure it's gonna be like this still the next couple of months, and I'm looking forward to it for sure.
I think a couple of months is putting it like is that's wishful thinking. I think it's gonna be maybe
Oh,
like
bro.
another year of this. I don't know
Alam mo naman
personally
ako
how I
hopeful
feel.
eh.
Hope. Actually, that's really Donnie's always a positive thinker. I haven't heard a negative thought out of him for I don't think ever. But
Oh,
I'm happy as well that you're happy there. But I want to ask Donnie. We got to catch up just a little bit. It's a ABS-CBN contract signing. I think that was like 2 weeks ago Friday.
yeah.
So we got to catch up. I asked you how things were, but how are things taping for He's Into Her? Like, of course you have Belle there. I think like Vivri, Joao, a lot of others
Mhm.
are there. So, kumusta yun? Like adjusting to a new batch of people that you have to work with.
Bro, ang saya. Feeling ko nasa high school ako ulit. Alam mo yon. Kasi, syempre, yun yung role namin lahat, high school students. And then, we shot a lot of our scenes in my own school. Ay, pwede
Oh
ba
wow.
yun? Pero kung ako nag school, diba? Um, so, it felt like, really, like, wow, it was like a lot of flashbacks for sure. And it just felt nice to be able to be with such a young cast. Even the director, Direct Chad, he's young and
Yeah.
he really relates with us. And just, bro, that's all I could say. It's really fun. There's no dull moments. Every single time we enter the obviously sa first few weeks siguro medyo shy
Medyo
pa.
wobbly.
Ako medyo
Okay.
warming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, medyo warming up pa ako. Eh alam mo naman ako if I don't know the person, I won't easily open up, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So, I think even for me personally, I was like, okay, how are these people? Like, after some time, will I get to know them better? And thankfully, I did. So, after a few weeks, bro, it's really fun. It's really
But
fun.
question about this is your first project with Belle, right? Tama ba?
She showed up in JPD, but diba, ano lang, konti lang.
Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, but
pero
I mean
konti
like
lang.
first
So that's his
oh,
first main big project. Tama, yeah,
right.
yeah.
So how is it, I know you. It took a while for even you and me to really to get on our own level. I'm sorry. I'm really distracted at the moment because my mom's trying to get something from under the table. My sister's
Your mom?
outside.
Oh,
Parang gusto ko
who's
ipakita
there?
pero
Who's there?
my mom is like there's something here
Hi,
on the side.
tita. Hi, tita.
I doubt mom. Literally, bro, bear crawling, trying to get something from the
Oh my
table.
gosh. Dude, there's so
Kung
many
pwede ko
videos of
lang,
those online. Yung
oo.
iba nga government officials tapos may pumapasok na bata eh.
Oh, wait. Okay, sorry. Nawala ako. But my whole point was first really big big project with Belle, and it took a while for even us to get out and get on that same wavelength. So how was it in the beginning? Did you experience yung mga awkward small talk? yung ganyan with Belle?
Um awkward small talk. Honestly, di masyado kasi she's very very easy to talk to eh. Alam mo yun? I mean,
Yeah.
she's been in the industry longer than us, bro.
I know.
So like
It's crazy.
exactly. So in a way, yes, I'm older, but she has technically more experience than I do. So it's pretty intense. Like she knows a lot, which is cool. I don't really think I really felt that very awkwardness stage. Maybe a bit to start, but
Mm.
very cool. She's very easy to talk to, very easy to work with.
I mean, both of you are very warm people. I actually had the chance to, oh my gosh, way back 27, beginning of 2017. I think I had like one or two workshops sa Star Magic nakasama si
Ah,
Belle. So I remember
mhm.
seeing her very, very long time ago. But, bro, I just found out na your mom is watching. Hello po,
She
Mami
is.
Maricel. She's actually
Hi,
watching at the
mom.
moment.
Yo, I
So,
can't see it. Sorry, but hi, mom. I miss you.
yeah, no,
She's in Lapin right
she's
now. They're
watching.
taping.
Oh, she's working at the moment?
Yeah, she's taping right now for their show. Called
Oh, wow.
Sorry,
Called
did I cut you?
No, no, no. You're it's fine. I was
Oh,
just
sorry.
thinking
It's called
because
Paano na ang pangako. Paano na ang pangako.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we'll keep an eye out as well for that. Pero Mommy Maricel, I'm so happy that you're watching. Um, my mom came in a weird way. Your mom is actually watching, so that just goes to show that we
Supportive,
both have
supportive.
supportive mothers. We have our support systems
Oh,
around us. Pero Donnie, speaking about those support systems, bro, you're also known, and I mean this in the best way possible. You're known, of course, for having, you know, that security around you when it comes to your family. Of course, when it comes to work, you have people who are experienced, who know the industry, who have been in your shoes around you. So, um, how does that really help when it comes to like decision making? When it comes to, for example, accepting a project, something like that.
oh, it helps a lot, dude. Um, I think you really have to have mentors in your life. You can't just go through whatever alone, diba? I mean, I'm sure you do too. And my parents obviously are some of my mentors. Not all the advice I get in life obviously are from them, but a lot
Yeah.
are. And they're very supportive. They it's obviously true they've been there with me since day one. So,
Well,
they didn't even know. Yeah, they didn't even know that I wanted to enter showbiz in the start. So it all came as
oh,
a shock.
really?
Yeah, dude.
So how did that conversation go when you talk to them and be like, "Hey, mom, I want to do what you did. I want to act."
My mom thought
Kumusta
I was
yan?
joking, dude. Because I was in high school and I was like, I was focused on like sports, probably, usually kasi straight from high school, you go to college, and a lot of people from my high school go to
Yeah.
college abroad. My siblings all went abroad. Bench will probably go abroad. So me, I think that's what they all expected. Um, but then when I started, posting on social media and getting a feel for maybe how the industry would be like, I went through workshops. High school days, bro. I would go to workshops. Like Saturday, because we live far, diba? So
Yeah.
Saturday, I would drive at freaking 5 a.m. And you know this, you can't be late, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah. You
can't be late to
cannot.
Star Magic
You
work.
cannot.
You cannot. You won't be able to enter. So it starts at 8 a.m. and I had to drive at 5 a.m. every Saturday to go to workshops. And I think that's when my parents started saying, "This guy is he's serious, huh? He's
Serious.
really like trying
Uh,
to learn as much as he can and like get a feel of the business." And I was like, "Yeah, mom. I mean, why not? I mean, I
wait,
just want to get to know him."
wait, Donnie, am I right? Maybe I'm hoping my memory is right, but this happened a very long time ago. Tama ba ako? Like, there was one point where you got into a car accident and then you still came into workshops.
Yes,
Was that
yes,
you?
yes, yes,
That
yes.
was you.
Bro, your
I was
memory
like,
is so good. Your memory is
because like,
so good, dude.
because so what
How
happened,
how
guys?
do you
Just to paint the
remember?
picture with you, is Donnie. Oh yeah, we were actually
Oh
together in
my.
the same work, right? So we had workshops with Direct Ryan. Of course,
Yeah.
I'm with a different acting coach now. And Donnie's very good at acting. Di na kailangan ng acting workshops.
Wow.
But we used to be with with Direct Ryan of Star Magic, and very very strict. You have to like come in, you have to have prepared your scene project and all of that stuff. Tapos si Donnie, I remember coming, like he's walking in and he's like, he looks tired and he's like medyo parang pagod. And I was like, bro, you okay?
I
He's like,
think
dude.
tired is an understatement, bro. I think I look devastated.
And he walks in and it's like, bro,
Oh
I don't
my
know what
god.
you said. I think I just had a car crash or I just had an accident. And I was like, why are you
Yeah,
here? I was like, you should get a
yeah.
checkup but that just goes to show this guy's drive. And I'll be the first one to say it. Donnie's probably one of the most professional people that I've met um, in the industry. Always has that work mindset. How did you develop that? Did you develop that when you came into showbiz, or because of your parents, or did you have that already before? Professionalism.
Saying that, bro, I think early on, even Mix can attest to this. There were times where I would be late and
Mm-hmm.
and not very organized. That still happens nowadays, but I think I had to learn kind of the hard way the consequences because growing up, in high school, a lot of times I'm the type of person who leaves things to the last minute. Like I
All right.
I if I have a deadline next week, okay, I'll work on it the day before, diba? So that's like how I was, and I think it took a lot of experiences that I need to go through to make me hopefully change that mindset. And there are still times where right now I'm still unorganized sometimes, I'll be late sometimes, but for the most part my dad always tells me, Donnie, you have to be on top of things. Donnie, this is not a joke anymore. Um
Yeah.
you're old enough to make decisions that will reflect who you are, like what you stand for, and you have to respect other people as well. So maybe it has to be from my parents. It has to be from my parents. Mostly my dad, because he's a motivational speaker and
True. Yeah.
a trainer. So I learned a lot from him.
Okay, can I ask Donnie? Are there any lines like, especially, I have my dad who's not a like a motivational speaker, but he does some public speaking, and he has like these one line phrases that always get to me, that always just annoy me because he says it all the time. Does your dad have that? Like my dad's personal one is "Givers gain. If you give, you'll gain back without expecting." Yung mga ganun. Does your dad have one of those lines?
Um, dude, the worst is when it's not the worst, but you can't say no. Like if he
Yeah,
quotes the
yeah.
Bible, you're like,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
okay, okay, okay. Like when you're, for example, like I don't know, like you don't agree with him with something, and then he's like, Donnie, blah 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 blah. Like he says his verse, and I'm like, how can you fight him? You can't
Yeah, you
fight him.
can't. You
So
can't.
that's wala na. Like you just have to accept it. But I think one thing my dad says a lot that I really admire is probably, well, he calls himself the chief disturber because he
Okay.
says you can't change a person, you can only disturb a person. That person has to change. So if like I want you to behave a certain way, for example, I can only influence you to think a certain way or disturb you to get to that path, but you at the
Mm,
end will make that choice. So that's something he says a lot. You can't ever change a person, you can only disturb.
very true. That's a
Yeah,
huge piece of wisdom.
I
Ate
know, right?
Yana, let's put that in the when we have the highlights of this episode, ilagay natin yan sa teaser. Kasi
Frankie, lagay
magandang
mo na,
line yan.
Frankie. Lagay
The
mo na,
chief
Frankie.
Frankie. Frankie Pangilinan. But of course, okay, hey dude, coming from that, you mentioned a while ago having a lot of experiences um that taught you, that molded you. I guess that you could say disturbed you the same way that your
Mm.
dad teaches you. So, did you ever have like an experience on set or coming to mix or to I want or whatever, where you got in trouble or like reprimanded for coming late or for not taking it as
Bro,
seriously?
I'm sure you know the story in Mix. Come on. Don't lie.
No, I
Do you
don't. I'm
know?
serious.
Do you know what
No, no,
happened sa
no.
Lucena?
Wala, I don't know. Hindi
Okay.
ako chismoso
So
eh.
our call time was 5 a.m.
Okay.
Okay. In the gasoline station in like SLEX or something. I set my alarm to 4, my phone. But then my phone was low bat. So it died before it alarmed, basically.
Okay.
I yeah,
Oh
either
no.
that or basta something happened and I didn't wake up. Okay, but I always set my alarm. That's always something I do. And my
Yeah.
driver was here, like waiting for me to leave. I woke up at like
Wait, at what time?
with 7
Oh no.
with the mix crew waiting in the gasoline station with like Sir Andre and everyone. This was like 2018. And I was just like, yup, that's it. Goodbye, Mix. I mean, I'm so sorry. I just ruined my life. My job's gone. And I was just like, guys, like, what do I do? Like, are they still, don't tell me they're still there because I'll drive to freaking Lucena, diba? But
Yeah.
apparently they were just waiting the whole time. And I was so embarrassed. So embarrassed. So yeah, I got
Uh,
there, and thankfully, Sir Andre didn't embarrass me in front of the whole squad because then that would ruin the whole trip. But then we obviously had a talk after, and I learned from it for sure. I learned.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna blame my alarm clock. At the end of the day, I should still be awake and I should be on top of things. So that was definitely a learning experience for me. But then the trip was amazing. Don't get me wrong. It was just that time na meet up. And one of the best trips, we had mixed grand fan meet, we had mixed adventures, and everything just happened normally. But it's just that meetup that really that was probably the worst instance where I was late.
Oh wow. But to
Yeah,
everyone
bro.
watching, so 4.6 thousand people, wow, who are watching.
Are you kidding?
To all
You're
of you,
kidding.
yeah, and no, 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 dude. Ito, we can see it. 4 point I sort of see it. Yeah. But
Yo. I just feel like, you
there's
know why? Because I just feel like we're talking, Edward. I
yeah, I
forgot
know.
that there's a lot of people watching.
Catch up lang to. But
Yeah.
to all of you guys, to if you don't know Sir Andre was actually up until recently the head of mix. Dude, question, was Miss Ina there? Miss Ina
Was she
Santos.
there? Yeah, wait. Was she there? Parang, she was. I think she was.
Oh yes daw, ate nandun si Miss Ina, sabi ni Ate Yana. So lahat ng mga boss ng mix were there. But bro, I know you've grown since then. I think we have people from mix who can vouch for that they've seen your growth. I just have to give a special shout out to Belle official because she's sending 270 and it's keep on going. Mga halo-halo. She's just spamming the
Yo.
button. So
Thank you so
to you,
much.
shout out to you. And in a moment we'll give some shout outs to a lot of other people. But Donnie, you've grown so much as an artist, as a person, but even I can say this physically. You've been doing them push-ups, bro. I've been seeing like your
I know,
quarantine
bro.
workout. You've been building your
Dude, the
physique.
reason
You've
why
been
I'm so red right now is I came to the gym before this, diba, when we called.
yeah, didn't you I saw your Instagram story. Didn't you play golf this morning?
I played golf at 7. After golf, I took a quick nap because I was so tired. And then I went straight to the gym for an hour and a half with my trainer.
Maliit na
And then
bagay,
I'm fine
guys.
too.
Just like so all of that was a physical workout. Eto na yung mental workout. But bro, since because of that, and you're 23 now. I keep on seeing you as like my age because we started. I don't know. You still seem really young, but
Tsaka
you
baby
have that
face.
maturity about you. Tsaka baby face, oh. Even if
Baby face
he's
naman, bro.
muscular.
Oh, baby face.
But how is it now, bro? Because especially when you build your physique, you're on the verge of being ready for, more mature roles. Yung mature roles, mga kapamilya, doesn't mean mga bed scenes, yung mga
Yeah,
ganyan.
that's
It
so
just
funny.
means just
Whenever someone says,
older
ready ka na ba
roles.
sa
Yeah.
mature roles? And I'm like, meaning?
Kailangan i-clarify. But
Oh,
how about you,
clarify
bros?
po.
In your definition of a mature role, are you ready for that? Are you ready to get into more like deeper acting, more heavier emotions, more real relationships in terms of yung story? Let us know.
I think I witnessed more of that actually sa last lock in cycle namin. That's where we did a lot
Okay.
of, well, I won't spoil, but that's where we did a lot of scenes na requiring energy, that extra
Yung
push. Yeah,
yung
basta yun.
emotion.
Tapos,
Mhm.
yeah, and I was really pushed, I've been opening my siguro opening my mind that I could be more vulnerable, hopefully, and I could like put down my walls more and just let it all out, not filter anything when I'm acting because that's how it's supposed to be. Because at the start, when
Yeah.
we started, I'm sure you felt this way too. I'm sure like we were holding back a little bit because, bro, we were very new and
Yeah.
we were not so familiar with the scene. But now, when you go through, these type of experiences, that's sometimes that you just have to really give it all out.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you ask, am I ready for that growth or that maturity? Yeah, I think the time will come. I have to be able to push, harder than I physically think I can because that's when you really grow. It's that time when you exit um your
Your
circle
comfort
that you're so
zone.
comfortable with.
Mm.
Yeah, your comfort
Yeah.
zone.
Yeah.
And that's where the magic happens when you exit that comfort zone. So I'm just open to doing anything that will push me, anything that will make me grow. And I'm sure you feel the same way. It's very cool because we're like in the same position almost. Like I know you can relate to what I'm saying, and I can also relate to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So yeah, so yeah.
You know, pinakamaganda. Like again, at the end of the day, and something we'll delve in more, um, later in this episode is that Donnie and I started off as friends before we were artists. We started off
Mm.
as brothers before we were, people in the industry. Although that's where we met. So wala namang competition. There's no thoughts about that. It's just a true friendship that we all have, which I'm really
Yeah,
happy
can
to
I
say
just put
because
that out
it's
there? Can we stop
uh,
comparing people? Because Edward and I are brothers and will always be brothers.
alam kong mas gwapo ako, pero guys, come on, like there's no need
Totoo.
to.
Oh, aminado naman ako doon.
Oh my god, I wish I could have. Weird. I was about to say I was gonna say I wish I could have Donnie's lips pero parang labo. Yung labo. Yung phrase na yun.
Bro,
But
gawin mo yung challenge yung may baso tas di ba
yung Kyle,
ginagawa
ano
nila
yan,
yun dati? O yung Kylie Jenner
is it the
challenge?
Kylie Jenner challenge? Nah, dude.
Oh, gawin mo.
Sige,
Gawin mo, bro.
gawa tayo ng vlog. Guest mo ko sa YouTube channel mo. Yun ang gagawin
Ay,
natin.
wag na. Hindi
Magiging puffer
nalalaki yung
fish
labi
ka.
ko dyan, bro. Hindi nalalaki yung labi ko dyan. Yun na yun eh.
We can have some hope in there. Pero dude, speaking on that topic, before we really dive into it, dude, um, something that I actually talked to Kiana V about this in the past. Of
Mm,
course, not just her, but many other people on the
who's
topic
that?
of mental. Oh, hindi mo
Joke lang,
kilala.
joke lang.
Small time, small
I
time.
miss you. I miss you, Ate Kiana.
Oy, para lang clear, joke, sarcastic po yan, sarcastic comments. We have to
Opo,
put a
opo.
disclaimer out there because sometimes people will twist the words. But
I
yun, as
I
we
love you,
as we
Ate
talked
Kiana. I
about
miss you.
to Kiana about mental health, dude. Truly,
Oh
it's
yeah.
something real, something we have to protect. And
Mhm.
many artists, believe it or not, have mental health too. They have to take care of it. Tao rin. Like Donnie is completely a human. He goes through emotions as well. He has feelings. He has his own thoughts. So, Donnie, I'm sure your family is a big factor of it. But how do you deal with bashing? How do you deal with the comparisons? How do you deal with the toxicity that is so evident on social media always?
Honestly, bro, at the start, it really affected me when I was maybe 17, 18. Because I was very new and I didn't know what a lot of people had a lot to say. Um, they already assume stuff about you without really knowing you, and it makes it harder for you to show your true colors when that happens. But then it will come out, when the time comes. And I'm thankful
Yeah,
that through the years, um, that that feeling of what do people think slowly vanished because it's more of okay, they think this, but who am I?
right.
Like they think this, but what's the truth? They say this, but what am I? What am I trying to? What is my purpose? Diba? And then it goes back to being in the world but not of it, diba? So
Oh,
it's like,
so true.
why are we here? Are we here to please people, or are we here to fulfill our purpose? you know. And that's where it really switched. That when that really just entered my mindset that I have a purpose here and there's a reason I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm doing what I love. I'm grateful. There's so many things to be thankful about. And honestly, there's so many people who love and support me, not just me, but a lot of us
Mhm.
artists, and I have a great circle of friends around me and family. We're all healthy. What more can I ask for, diba? It's no use
Right.
in bashing. It's really no use because at the end of the day, it's you who you're just by yourself. Like at the end of the day, it's you and you, diba? It's not you and this basher beside you. No, it's like
Right.
you. It's
Totoo.
like who are you? Yeah. So I think
That's the quick.
sa start meron, pero now bro, wala na, hindi na masyado kasi well for one, I don't really look at social media as much as before. Um I think that's something I've learned is sometimes you got to take a break from time to time, and I'm sure
Yeah.
you know that as well. It can't just always be what's happening, what's happening, what's happening. And that's why I'm doing so many stuff. You know that like there's so much going on in my life, not just showbiz. My life doesn't revolve around just the projects I do. There's so much more to life,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's probably the basic I know thought that I have on that.
The basic gist of it. But dude,
Yeah.
I just have to before we move on with the interview. There are just so many people like who have done who love you just for saying that. They know you, and some of them are. We have to give a shout out to them. Larina 002, Ella 143. Medyo matagal to, bro. So pahinga ka lang muna.
Go lang, bro.
Hey Beds, Verna Taguines, ads underscore EJB Legends. I'm Rain Luis, Vanvic, EJB Legends member, Vanvic, Don Bell official with 403 halo halo. Oh my gosh. We have Silent Lurker, Gab. Of course, we also have. I'm sorry if I mispronounced this as well. USS EIJC official with 700 plus halo halo just for you, Donnie. Uh, we have I think it's my dad, Kevin Home Alone with the Chocolate Hills. Thanks, Dad. And so many
Yo,
other people. Daddy K, but
dude, I haven't
reading
had
from
the
all of
pleasure of
this,
meeting your dad yet.
you'll see the resemblance, bro, especially in the forehead. You'll see the resemblance. You'll know it's him.
Cool, bro. He's
But
cool.
soon enough, bro. Soon enough. Pero yun, leading from that topic that we're talking about a while ago, of course, going from mental health and even that vulnerability that you were talking about with acting. Um, for me personally, I'll share it straight up, and I'm not afraid of saying this. And one
Mhm.
of the people that really helped me open up emotionally, especially on set, is usually your co-actor or co-actress, and that for me was Mai. Um,
Mhm.
was Belle the same for you? Because of course, as you guys are leveling up together, and of course, I'm talking in terms of acting, and of course, your relationship is there. But in terms of leveling up, how does she help you open up? Is there like a safety and security there, or is it just like trabaho
Yeah.
lang to? Uh,
No, there comes a point when the director says, "Okay, guys, we're all gonna leave first to set. If it's like a deep scene or something like that, and I want you guys to focus, take your time, don't rush things."
oh
And
wow.
then yeah, we'll just talk and you know, we'll try to find that emotion the scene needs. And I think we're just there to support each other. That's what I love the most. It's just support. Kasi if you don't feel your co-actor is supporting you, you're not gonna do the scene well,
Wala.
dude.
Wala.
Wala. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
It's gonna be acting. Uh,
That's
but
true.
by
That's
that I
true.
mean it's not gonna be organic. It's just gonna be acting, bro. That's really who is this director? Because not all directors do that. They won't give you that space. Um, because usually mga kapamilya or all comunizens, everyone watching, what will happen is that the director will be there on set, ready na. Everyone stand on standby for you to be ready, but they won't always give you that space. So that's a really awesome thing, dude.
Yeah, Direct Chad Vidanes, shout out po Direct. I missed you. I'll see you in a bit. Thank you so much for giving us that, support and space that we need for the scene. Thank you for being so patient with us as well.
But a lot of people are asking, bro, and there's like we had a lot of questions coming on Instagram. A lot, a lot. I think one of the most ever. But on their behalf, I have to ask you, man, how are things working out? Like with Belle on a human level. I'm not talking about leave acting aside, leave work aside. When the camera's off, pag pack up na, how are you and Belle working out?
Bro, walang plastikan, genuine lang, you know.
Mm,
It's a genuine friendship that I am grateful for. I'm glad to be, you know, in a position where you get to, go more than just okay, the scene and leave, diba?
mm,
It
mm.
has to be like that, and that's like that with Belle. That's like that with sila Joao. That's like that with sila Reese. Um, all of the actors. We formed this relationship that goes just beyond what you guys will see in the show, which I think will really help moving forward. Because that's what you'll remember. It's not just that scene, diba? It's that relationship you
Oh,
formed with who you did it with. So
very true.
so it's a genuine friendship that I'm grateful for, and I'm sure a lot of them know that we're gonna be spending some projects together. Well, couple in the near
A
future,
couple more, yeah.
a couple more. So I'm grateful. I'm excited, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
But I have to ask. I mean, since lock-in happened, you guys are spending a lot more time together, of course, for work. Um,
Yeah,
the lock-in environment is like you're all really close together. You're literally eating together all the time, sleeping in rooms very close to each other. Being close
yep.
together 24/7. What are the new things that you've learned about Belle? I'm curious also because I don't know Belle too well.
Well, mahilig din pala siya mag-workout.
Oh,
She
really?
actually beat me, bro, in the those wall. You sit like on a
Wall sit?
wall. Yeah, is
Yeah,
what it's
you.
called, wall sit
Yeah,
with
wall
the abs.
sits. Oh wow, she
Yo, I
beat
thought I
you.
was gonna beat her. She beat me, bro. She beat me. Um, she has a strong core. But yeah, masipag mag-workout. Uh, I knew this naman very hardworking. She'll really prepare for a scene, but not too much, because she still wants that
Organic.
spontaneity, which is good.
Oh,
Yeah,
spontaneity.
that
I like
that
that.
it's like you could prepare for a scene, but then when you over prepare, it will look too rehearsed.
Totoo.
So she
Yeah.
has that like ayoko muna magbasa kasi mamaya gusto ko ibigay ng kung paano ko
Mm.
ibibigay. 'Di ba? So may ganun factor.
Wow. I mean,
Ano pa ba?
how do you feel about that, bro? Are you that person who likes to prepare or rehearse or ikaw?
Yeah, it's a mix of both. Mix of both. I think yeah, you have to prepare, but then sometimes 'di ba you're preparing before you get to the actual set. You don't know how the set will look, what can you use, 'di
Yeah.
ba? Those types of stuff. So I think yeah, you could have an idea of what you'll do, but then when you get to the set, that could completely change. So it has to be a little bit of both.
I mean, the reason I ask is because it's nice to really hear that. Of course, we want to say a big shout out to Bel Mariano, like an amazing actress in her own right for Donnie and by herself. Because again, the reason I was asking that is because ganyan na ganyan din si Maymay. I have a
Yeah.
habit of overthinking and over preparing, and then there's always si Maymay minsan nag-chill lang doon, nagkwekwentuhan sa mga artists. But Donnie, we were talking about maturity a while ago. We were talking about growing up, leveling up. So I'm putting it straight out there, bro. Donnie Pangilinan, ilalapit ko pa yung mic dito. Donnie Pangilinan.
Be careful of what you ask, ah.
Oo, Donnie Pangilinan. Will you
Oh.
ever be game for a kissing scene with Bel Mariano? In
Ah.
work. Of course, with work. As in, hindi yung ano hindi ito, Donnie. Hindi yung, kasi there's a trick that they do in acting where they
Edward.
put the thumbs, just ganyan. Straight answer.
Okay.
Lips to lips. Would you be game to do this with Bel Mariano in a future project?
Paano mo alam wala pa sa His to Her yun? Hindi, joke lang. Wala akong
Teka lang.
sasabihin. Wala akong sasabihin.
No.
Hindi,
Huy!
joke lang.
Totoo ba?
Siyempre. Hindi, basta ayokong magsalita eh. Ayoko magsalita.
Pero ano lang, give us an
Hindi
a,
pwede hindi pwede. Parang you'll get okay, when he's into her shows, just play the script again.
okay.
Because I can't say. I'll tell you off cam. But like, right now though, I don't think that's what we're thinking. Like, oh, will there be a kissing scene? I think it'll work for the script. Diba? Yun naman be like, okay, before I do this project, I have to ask, will there be a kissing scene? It's
I
more of
got yeah,
like
that's true.
reading the script, seeing what the character, character needs to do, and will it really help? I think it's hard to say it right now, 'cause, diba, you have to play it when it comes. But yeah, it really depends, dude.
No, it's okay. I mean, to the 7,000 people watching, alam kong merong kissing
Yeah.
scene dun. So, wag kayong mag-alala.
Wala,
Um,
basta guys, wag nyo, wag niyong sabihin may sinabi ko kasi wala talagang sinabi.
pero
Pwedeng
ako,
meron, pwedeng wala.
sinasabi ko
Na,
na, basta,
na.
basta, basta,
Basta
papanoorin
wala,
ko yun.
walang kissing scene. Walang kissing scene.
Basta,
Yun ang masasabi ko.
okay. But we'll
Okay.
still either way look forward to everything and anything and everything that he's into her has to offer. With this project, bro, it brings us to the question, and this is what we're talking about. Donnie and I were talking about this before the episode even started. Donnie, you've
Yeah,
been
so this is all fake. We talked before. Joke lang.
scripted lahat.
Scripted lahat to, guys.
Yun. I mean, you've been part of different love teams, and I can say we don't have to talk about the past, but me seeing Donnie now, I have never seen him happier working. I've never seen him more relaxed. I've never seen him enjoying what he's doing more. So, what is it that's you know part of that? What is it about this love team, or what is it about now that makes you enjoy so much?
Maybe the pandemic really taught me to also focus on myself more.
Yeah,
Maybe that's it. Because I was really just focused on other, which is not a bad thing. I was focused on like other people. But like sometimes you have to remind yourself that your health, your spirituality, your maturity, your growth also matters. And I learned that more
yeah.
in the pandemic. Um, so maybe it's just that. Like I think I've reached a point where like I've grown in many aspects, and I'm not saying I won't make mistakes, but I'm in a much better place than I was last year for sure.
Right.
Um, yeah, I think that's it. And again, it's that mindset, like to just be able to do this right now in the pandemic. It's a blessing, and I'm really grateful.
And we're grateful that we have you here on the show, and I'm also grateful, bro, that I get to know you, because there's a lot of things, and I say that that's something that you'll hear a lot, naman I feel, um, from many different people. I'm just so happy na you followed me back on social media. Hindi naman ganyan. Like, I'm genuinely honored. Honestly, Donnie and I don't talk all the time, but when we do talk,
Yeah,
we have our moments. We do have our moments, but we've had our moments, Donnie. I don't remember if you remember that time that me, you, my, and Robbie, yung I1 squad, got to hang out at Robbie's place. Um, do you remember that? That was a
how could I
long. That
forget?
was,
Of course, bro.
that's my picture, but I'm sure there's a picture somewhere. Hanapin nyo lang sa
We have
feed
to
ni
do that
Robbie.
again, dude.
Pwedeng pwede. But
You know why we
well,
haven't? Because of the pandemic. It's so hard.
yeah, because of course, very very cautious. Then see
Yeah.
Robbie, of course, Donnie is. We all are. We're very cautious with going out. But what I'm getting at is we've started as friends. We started as people that
Mhm.
genuinely cared about each other. And something that I did want to talk to you about today is social media has reached a different level of I'm gonna say straight out toxicity, especially recently. And I really wanted to clear it up, because where is it going to start if it's not the two of us, or if it's not,
For
the
sure.
people involved,
Bring
or
it
the people who
on.
are at the center of it? Because
Yeah.
wala, very recently, guys, and dami namin nakikita ng mga bashing out of nowhere, toxicity out of nowhere. And I wanted to ask you straight up, Donnie, how do you feel about it? I mean, I know how you feel about it, but so everyone, the
Yeah.
7,500 people watching,
Million.
how do you feel about sabihin natin millions kung pwede lang? How do you feel about all the negativity that's going around? Of course, names throwing out is like um, Mayward, Maydon, Donward, Don B. There's Don Bell. There's just so many different things, and it's just not okay. So how do you feel about all of it?
Well, the toxicity sucks. There's no other way to put it. Public figures. This is something that's probably gonna be in our lives for a while. As long as
Yeah,
we're still here in showbiz, that's what we have to accept. Um, but I just wanna, set things right now, set it straight. Edward, Mai, Kuya Robbie, this squad. These are some of the closest people I have in showbiz, and I don't like it when we're pinned against each other and when there's competition because we're a family, but there's also this type of respect that we have for each other. So when someone's bashing Edward, when someone's bashing me, obviously like I get hurt, and I'm sure Edward feels the same. So
yeah,
I would say right now we're all friends, guys. I really, really want to stress that we're all friends, and I've seen instances in the future. I mean, in the past, where because of social media, it became awkward between two people, even if it wasn't really awkward in the beginning.
yeah,
And I know it's not gonna happen with us, but you know, I just hope it never happens in general because love is genuine. And my request to everyone watching is stop the fan wars, please. Stop. Let's respect each other. I obviously have projects aligned. They are set already. A lot of them with Belle. Edward has a lot of them with Mai. Let's respect that and let's lift each other up. We're a family. Spread positivity. Back to you,
yeah.
Edward. What's your say?
Teka lang, I just wanna, Donnie, do me this one favor. And a lot of
Oh,
people need. I just feel like want and need to hear this. Donnie, again, I'm gonna
go.
lalapitan ko yung mic. Nothing dangerous, ah. Donnie Pangilinan,
Ang ganda na nga
what
ng
love
sinabi ko,
team?
tapos nothing dangerous.
I nothing dangerous from me before I reply to what you
Ah,
said.
okay.
Donnie Pangilinan, what love team are you focused on at the moment?
What love team am I focused on at the moment? Bro, what am I doing
Para
at the moment?
clarify. Okay,
Is there
just
other
so we have you.
are there
Para may
are there
clip
other
tayo, bro, that of
partnership
you saying it.
are there other partnerships na meron ako ngayon? Siyempre,
That's
I'm focused on my work right now with He's Into Her, with Belle, and the future projects, for sure. I'm
ayun.
not saying all my projects will be with Belle, but a lot will be. I still have solo projects coming up. But right now, in terms of partnerships, love team, um, it's with Belle.
Si
And
Belle
people
lang.
know that. Yeah.
And I'm honestly, bro, we've seen your music, we've seen your acting, we've seen your hosting, and tama ba ako? I'm not too familiar with basketball, but there's like a post, it's like the triple threat. You can pass, you can dribble, you can shoot. So there's like a post there, a position that you have. Again, I'm not good with
Mm.
basketball. Si Donnie magaling mag-basketball. Pero ang point ko dun is Donnie is the triple threat. Because he can do all of those
Wow.
things. Um, pero
Magkano
I
bayad sa'yo?
genuinely wala akong bayad dito.
Di ba? Sa'yo ba papunta lahat ng ano? Halo-halo?
Charity. Hindi. So, but bro, honestly,
Pero
I
ikaw, bro,
agree
I'm
fully.
actually curious. Yeah. Like,
Ah,
I know what you feel, but then I said my piece. Para it's just clear for everyone. What do you feel about social media, the toxicity? Ako na nag-interview. Thanks guys for watching.
oo nga
Kwentong
eh.
Pangilinan. No, what do you feel, bro? What do you feel?
Genuinely, it's one of those things na without getting too like emotional about it, kasi we all go through those emotions. Pero
Yeah.
nakakasawa. Na nawawala yung saya minsan sa pagiging artista when these things come in. So there'll be a lot of like, so the way that I will personally handle it sometimes is that I won't use social media. then other people will complain that I'm not posting a lot. So it's just like, well, it's an environment that of course we can't change. And all of that. But when I see my friends getting bashed, when I can't have a proper conversation, like one of the main thing is I don't like how careful I have to be with my words when I talk to Donnie. Like I love like when if you
Yeah.
guys see the way that Donnie and I talk off cam, we're just having fun all the time. Yung sense of humor niya is sarcasm. Yung sa akin, sarcasm din. So we will make a lot of jokes that don't mean anything. But of course, if we're seen online saying it, parang it's always difficult. So I just love having fun with my friends, and I don't want there to be an elephant in the room every time I talk to my friends and I talk to Donnie. So again, please stop. I mean, if you want to continue one very big love team, please support Donward. Donnie and Edward, please. But of course, I'm joking. But at the end of the day, I just want to have fun with what I'm doing. I know Donnie does as well. So to all the
And
people, I
again,
alam ko may mga
we're
oh,
all
go ahead.
family. We're all friends, bro.
We're all
That's
family. We're
the
all friends.
yeah. That's the biggest
We're
thing
all
for me.
we're all kapamilya, and we just
Like
want to
a
have
lot is
fun
said.
together.
Exactly. A lot is said on social media that isn't true. Like they
Mm-mm.
sometimes people are fighting in social media, or like I'm fighting with someone and I didn't even know I was fighting with someone because people said
Oo
I
nga
was,
eh.
but I really am not. Parang malalaman ko na lang, ay, Donnie, may ganyan, ganyan. Ha? Seryoso? Parang ganun, di ba? So yeah, I mean, don't believe everything you say. Also,
don't believe
believe everything you
uh
say,
don't believe
and
everything
just
you say and hear. Ah, ano yun?
yeah, and
Hear lang.
yeah.
Labo na,
Don't
sumabog
believe
na.
everything you say.
No, because the reason I got confused was I just saw the numbers of our live stream, bro. We're actually at a 500,000 diamonds. We already have over 8,000 people watching this conversation. So we thank you all of you. To give a short shout out, I've been putting it back. Kasi ang ganda ng usapan namin ni Donnie. We have Priscilla, USS EJB's official, Van Vic, Jean 1310, Bethel Javier, Don Bell official, Saranghe Mayward, Mayward Japan, Mayward Closet Fan. Thank you so much for all of the love that you've been sending, and um, thank you for at the end of the day all the people who genuinely support Donnie and I, whether it be mga solid Donnie, solid Edward, Mayward, or Don Bell. Thank you in general just for supporting this industry. Because now is probably the toughest time to support an artist because the people who are spending time tweeting or watching our shows um, could be working, could be doing something else, but they still choose to support all of us. So, Donnie, with that being said, nabitin ako sa mga questions. Katulad yung sinabi ko kanina, ang daming questions na galing sa Instagram for you. So, since we have some time left, but let's go through them.
Go.
From Princess Margaret, Donnie Pangilinan, ano yung sasabihin mo sa Donnie 5 years ago?
Hmm. Um, get ready. Brace yourself. um, yeah, get ready for the ride. Get ready to make mistakes. Get ready to learn, and never stop believing in yourself. Yun lang. Yun lang naman siguro. Kasi, I think I've been very determined naman ever since I was young. But then,
Yeah.
if I had the chance to talk to my younger self, I'd probably say that. And maybe, ano pa ba?
Baliktarin natin,
Time,
Donnie. What do you want to say to the Donnie in 5 years from now?
5 years from now. Uh, dude, these types of questions are really hard, but then you really have to think about it. I think for me, probably it would be I don't know. It's more of like I hope you reach the goal you wanted to reach at this specific point in time. Um, I hope you still haven't forgotten your values. Um, Obviously, who wouldn't want to be happy? So I'd be like, I hope you're happier than ever before, and we might think 5 years is long, but it's really it goes by
It's
so
short.
quickly. So yeah, dude. But honestly, 5 years from now, I'll still be in my 20s. I'll still be very young. So I hope you're still
You'll be
enjoying life. Don't take time for granted. Keep going. If you want to travel the world, travel more. That's always something I've wanted to do. Travel more, which I have been doing, but
amen.
because of the pandemic, it stopped. Meet new people, go through more experiences. Go the ride of life. Um,
I feel you.
uh, yeah, keep your faith. Obviously, bro. There's so much I want to say, but then only time will
But
tell.
only time will tell. But more than
Yeah,
that, it'll always show through your actions, and we can see through your actions that you're really sticking close to your values as well. Pero Donnie, 5 years from now, you're gonna be 28. 28, baka magagalit yung mga single people in their 30s. But around 28, usually people will be hoping to settle down already. Do you see yourself starting to settle down around that age, 28 years old?
Uh, well, pinatanda mo talaga tayo dito sa interview na to. 28, probably it's in the back of my mind. Probably.
All right.
I'm not
Just
sure
relax
yet.
muna. Relax muna, I
Yeah,
guess.
it probably
Yes.
will be in the back of my mind. Yeah.
All right. We can get on with the
Ikaw
questions now.
bro,
Uh,
anong age ka anong age mo gusto mag-settle?
dude, when I'm 20 years old right now. I do
Yeah,
personally think by around age 28, I
28.
would like to. Yeah, by 28, I would prefer to be already married. Honestly,
Oh,
um,
really?
yeah, I want to be married by 30. But again, I know from my magagalit yung ate ko dito, but she always gives herself deadlines. Sinasabi niya, hindi, by 26 years old, I want to be married by this age, so I have to know the guy by this age. Because when you do that, there's just so much stress. Because
Yeah,
wala
dude.
talaga sa control mo yun. So just I'm gonna take a page out of Donnie's book and just relax, enjoy the ride, and see where life brings me. Pero for you, Donnie, I think we can breeze through these kasi ang maraming maganda mga tanong. Um, ito from It's MV. Will you be willing to wait for the girl that you like? Let's say like the girl
Will I
is
be willing?
parang you've expressed that you like this girl, tapos sasabihin niya sa akin, can you wait a couple of years, hindi pa ako ready? Maghihintay ka ba?
It's so hard to answer these types of questions because the
Hypothetical
like
eh.
the no, and like there's so much like stuff that aren't in the question. It's so general. Like
Yeah.
what if this, what if that, what if this? But you know, if you really love the person, of course you'll wait. But then also there are other factors. Like what if gusto niya dun tumira sa probinsya or something or sa abroad, 'di ba? Or gusto niya
Mm.
magkaanak ka agad and it doesn't align with yours. I don't know, like it's hard. It's hard to answer, bro. It's hard to answer. But then if you really love the person,
You'll wait.
and
You
time
yeah.
is right, I think God will put that position naman eh. He'll not give you um problems you can't find a solution to. So it's more of a hypothetical question, but yeah, probably
At
probably
the end of the
wait,
day,
probably wait.
feeling ko I mean that Donnie and I actually go to the same church as well. The best thing to do is just leave it in God's hands.
True. That's
That's
why I
a
do it. It's so hard to answer. It's so hard to answer.
uh give up control. Siguro bitter tong ano. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Pero from Sara Labugan, where do you see, oh wait, no. This is a question I'm actually not going to ask because we already asked you. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now? Let's go to this from I'm camps underscore 26. Have you ever sacrificed things because of love? Love you, Antonio. Blue
Damn, what a
hearts.
question.
I know.
Love you too, incomes. Have I ever sacrificed things because of love? I'm sure we all have. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yun lang. Yes or no lang naman yun eh, bro.
Oh, okay, okay. Sige, sige. I guess at the
Oo,
end of the
may
day,
follow up. May follow up ka
I
pa?
was waiting for a follow. I mean, uh, you don't have to tell us what, because again, that's a very private thing. That's a very personal thing. But whatever you sacrifice, did you have to, did you
I think time's
sacrifice
the
it?
biggest
Do
thing
you
to
do you regret
sacrifice.
it? Do you regret what you've had to sacrifice?
Mm, maybe at that moment, I don't know. It's like I don't really regret a lot of stuff because it's made you the person who you are today. So maybe for a while you would dwell on those things, but in the long run, will it really matter in 10 years? Diba? In 20 years, will I be looking
That's
back
true.
at this day and being like, oh, I should have done this? Hindi. So yeah, you just gotta leave it out there. It happens.
I had this question actually earlier because honestly, we're getting to the part of the interview where it's a little bit heavy or like a little bit. We have them feelings in our hearts because we only get to talk about this very very from time to time. So I wanted to ask this, but it actually came up in a question from Young Magnaye.
Yo, bro.
Kapag
First of all,
dumating na
I'm gonna say, Muna, we're opening up. So whoever is watching, don't be too hard on us. We're really like being honest here. So
yeah,
huwag
yeah.
kayo masyado, hard on us. We're
We're
really saying
opening
what we
our
truly
hearts to
feel.
all of you guys.
Yeah, give
Totoo.
it to us naman.
Actually, napansin ko, Donnie's the only person that like usually ako yung host ng show, but I feel like with Donnie, I'm just talking to my friend. I'm not sure if hosting
Bakit
vibes.
may nanonood ba? May nanonood pala.
Oh, actually, bro, 9,000 people are watching at the moment.
Hello po
Or
sa inyo
almost
lahat.
9,000. Eto, from Young Magnaya, bro, kapag ba dumating na yung time na magka-girlfriend ka na, ipapaalam mo ba ito sa mga fans or you'll keep it private? Actually, I'm fine with answering this question myself as well.
No, yeah,
But ikaw,
it's a cool
Donnie.
question. Yeah, it's a cool
Mm-mm.
question. What I've been thinking of a lot is recently. Okay, so people are saying there are a lot of people saying, Donnie, uh, kailan ka na magkaka-girlfriend? And then I'm thinking, okay, kung nagka-girlfriend ako, ang sasabihin na nila, Donnie, bakit ka may girlfriend?
Oo.
So, diba? It works both ways. But in general, I think just because I'm in, like, obviously both of us are public figures, people will know. But then if you start getting to know someone, you wouldn't want it to be public right away. That time will come.
Yeah.
There's a
When
timing
it
for
gets to that
everything. I think
level.
that's,
Mm.
yeah, I think it will end up being like that naman eh. But then if you're starting to get to know a person, if you probably start dating or going more than that, di wag muna kasi ang weird naman, di ba? Di ba? Nagsabi ka na kayo na hindi pa pala. So, the time will come. The perfect time will come for those types of things.
All right,
Um,
Donnie. Eto na. Without thinking, answer this question really quick. Have you ever had a moment like that where you were getting to know someone like on that level, with that love, but you stopped it kasi wala namang destination. Of course, you have to prioritize your work. Nakaranas ka ba ng ganyan?
yeah.
Dang. Again, again. I respect your privacy. I love you, dude. But can you tell us how did that conversation go? Were you able to say that
No,
to the
it's
person? Wait,
not really a conversation. It was more like I think nakita naman namin na it wasn't gonna work for the time being. It couldn't be more for that time. So yeah, that's basically it.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
And I'm laughing out of a large round of respect for Donnie because as Donnie's answering, nakatingin siya sa baba. I can tell that you're flashing back all the all
Yeah,
the
bro.
memories,
Kasi
all of that.
grabe, I really don't, I can't, I don't, kasi I don't see the viewers here. I'm really just thinking I'm talking to you, bro. So, I'm just, I don't know if there are actually people watching. Parang wala naman talaga, de joke lang. Pero yun, I think, there, that's just it, bro. Parang, it was just a time where, it was like, tough to probably move forward kasi of everything going on around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
respect that. I mean, I do personally. I'm not trying to segue or anything. I do respect you, Donnie, with all my heart. I love you. I've been waiting so long for this interview, and I'm just happy that honestly, as sinasabi ko rin sa mga viewers, sa 9.2 thousand viewers, especially if you're a guy in the industry, it's not always easy to talk about what you're actually feeling. Not a lot of people will actually give you the space. So I'm happy, Donnie, that we got to have this conversation. I'm happy that we got to clear up a lot of things and make it very clear for everyone as well. Pero Donnie, to everyone who's watching right now, to all of the fans who love you so much, ano yung mensahe mo para sa lahat?
Well, first of all, bro, thanks so much for having me. Thank you, Mix. Thanks for thinking of me to guest in your show, bro. I know it's been couple of weeks in the making, but I'm happy that I finally got to talk to you and catch up, dude. It's been a while.
Yeah, dude.
To everyone watching, thank you guys so much for spending the last hour or so with us. Hope you enjoyed listening to our conversation. Parang nag-FaceTime kami ni Edward.
Oo nga eh.
um, yeah, the other day I say we because I know Edward also has the same feeling. We're just very grateful for you guys for being there with us a step of the way. And I am so excited for you to see what I have in store, what Edward has in store. Um, that's it. I love you guys so much. That's all. I don't really know what to say kasi para nasabi ko na lahat today.
Oh.
Pero ayun, maraming
Plugs,
maraming
bro.
salamat
Plugs.
to you guys. He's Into Her, showing soon. Aja-aja tayo sa Jeju with Kuya
Yeah.
Robbie, Cristel, Shine Cook, that's showing. What date is it today? 10? In 10
It,
days, apparently. Sana hindi ma-move de. Joke. Mga 10
pero
days showing
Donnie,
na yan.
this has been like a year. I remember we were still doing I Want together when you had that. Diba?
Yeah,
Over a year in the
2019.
making. Oh wow.
2019, bro. So it's been a
Nice.
while. I'm glad it's actually even showing, diba? But yeah, that's
I
very
mean,
fun. That's a reality variety show shot in Jeju, Korea, and you should
grabe.
look forward to that. And of
At
course,
kailangan ko rin, sorry, go ahead.
no, and of course, ayun lang. There are a lot in store. I obviously can't say everything that I'm gonna do, but I just want you guys to know that um, abangan nyo na lang yung mga upcoming projects. And hopefully I could go on a live soon or go on a couple of lives kasi miss ko rin ang mga fans ko, mga supporters ko. Miss ko na mga live events as well.
Oh,
But yeah, love you guys.
I relate on that. Grabe. I'm just half flashing back to the beginning of the interview, and I'm just
Yeah.
it's one of those interviews where di naman interview eh. It's just a conversation, and I'm happy I got to have that with you, Donnie Pangilinan. And we have to say a big thank you to everyone who's been sending their virtual gifts. To EJB Legends member, to I'm Better Tell, Storm DK, USS EJB's official Ice. I love this one. Ice Ganda. Hey Beds, Gene 1310. Maraming salamat po mga Komunisens for sticking with us today. Honestly, today was more less an interview, more a conversation, more just a catch up with two old friends. Um, Donnie, we've said it a lot throughout the interview, bro, but I'm just so happy of where you're going, and there are very few people that I say this to, but as I go through this journey personally, I'm just so happy that I get to go through it with people like you. So once again, we have the Labay himself on here. Kwentong Barber. We have Donnie Pangilinan, everyone. We want to invite
Thanks,
all of
guys.
you to keep on checking out Kwentong Barber every Wednesday, 6 p.m. on the official Kumo account of Mix at MixPH. Of course, you can also check out the new premiere, of course, of Kwentong Barber episodes on the Mix channel every Sunday at 8 p.m. And they'll be showing again throughout the week. So don't forget, mix and match. Oh, we just got a Yamashita Gold. 800,000 diamonds we have right now. Maraming salamat po mga Komunisens. To the 9.6 thousand people watching kasama ka ron, Chiming Chippy. Thank you so much for all of your love. Once again, for all of your questions, thank you. Donnie, thank you. To everyone viewing, thank you. Mami Maricel, thank you. And
Thanks, Mom.
we will see you again very, very soon. Maraming salamat mga Komunisens. This has been Kwentong Barber. And we'll see you again next time. But we'll say thank you as well to Zita Lopez for your Malacanang. Mga kapamilya, we'll see you again soon. I love you, Donnie.
Love you too, bro.
See you guys.